Okay, we'll start with football first, because that's really what's the most important thing right now. Awesome Thursday. Guys were into it, flying around, attentive to details. That they were sharp in meetings this morning. Came out, we're good in the early morning walkthrough, and then just came out and practiced great. I think they're in a really good frame of mind. And again, I credit that to the leadership on this team. I think these guys have done a nice job of leading our younger players, of how to prepare, how to stay focused, locked into what we're doing. And the end result is we had a great week of work, which is exactly what I told them. I think they understood the flow of the week. We're gradually getting healthier, which is encouraging. And outside of that, I think we're all chomping at the bit. Can't wait to go play in a little over 48 hours.
Given the media attention for the off-the-field incident, how are we going to manage that in terms of their mental preparation?
We really try to keep things separated. When we're focusing on football, it's about football. Our preparation is so key to our success that we never get externally motivated one way or the other, whether it's positive or negative. It's about our preparation and how we prepare for the week. I will say it's again a credit to the leadership in our locker room. I think we have some veteran guys who've been through a lot here, and their ability to remain focused, I think, sent a great message to our younger players.
How about yourself? You obviously have to put a lot of energy into this element of it.
I think we were somewhat fortunate in that this came in a week as the first ball game where we had a little bit extra time to prepare, so I wasn't as crammed this week as I would be on a normal week, so it wasn't as difficult as it might have been if it were mid-season.
Can you envision Josh returning to the team at some point?
Potentially, sure. As far as Josh, I'll reiterate the things that we released yesterday. We're obviously disappointed, and we're held to a very high standard here at USC, and but again, I've known Josh Shaw for 6 years when I first started to recruit him. Since I've got here, everybody spoke glowingly of him that had worked with him over the last few years here. Obviously, we thought very, very highly of him. He spoke at our commencement this past spring. So when he came to the story with us, I didn't have a reason not to believe this guy. And so I think that's where the level of disappointment kicks in. I feel bad we weren't able to address it sooner. But the reality of it is it's been addressed. He's suspended indefinitely. Obviously, there's some other things that have to take place. But in the meantime, he's got to take care of his health and take care of himself. And when the time's right, if the time's right to bring him back, we will.
Steve, did he tell you how he was injured and why he made up the story?
He was unable to. When he actually admitted to us that he was lying, he was in the presence of his attorney. And so really that's a better question for his attorney. He didn't tell us, and we weren't really privy to ask, quite honestly.
How much of a blow is this to your defense as far as preparation? You were going to rely on him,
Sure.
But now...
Well, I think it makes us younger, quite honestly, in the secondary. You go from a fifth-year senior to playing maybe another freshman, so our youth it shows itself a little bit more. I still think we're talented back there. We will have to rely on guys that have played football, and Kevon Seymour, Leon McQuay, Sua Cravens, those guys, as the Chris Hawkins, the Adoree Jacksons of the world get accustomed to playing. But I don't think it's a lack of talent. I think we're okay there. It's just sheer experience.
You mentioned leadership. How much have the players basically rallied around themselves and saying, this will not be a distraction as you move forward?
Well, I think it helps with guys. When you have the Hayes Pillards in your locker room, the Cody Kesslers, the Nelson Aguilars, the Leonard Williams, these guys obviously have been through some stuff. I think they do a good job of compartmentalizing things and focusing on football when it's time. And that showed this week. They practiced great.
Was it more on them taking care of business, or the coaches reminding them that there's a job to be done?
I think it goes both ways. I think that's part of being a team. Again, I think the relationship between our coaches and our players is a very good one, one that we're proud of, the relationship that we have. And I think you could ask any one of those players that it's a two-way street, that the relationship we have with one another is critical to our success.
Can you talk about the decision to suspend him indefinitely instead of for a set amount of time?
Well, because we're still in holding. It's still ongoing. So I don't think it'd be fair to put an exact time frame on it until we know everything as it comes through. It's obviously still different authorities on campus and off campus looking at some stuff. So I wouldn't know yet. That probably wouldn't be fair to everybody involved.
Is it time yet to go back over the week and say, if we had to do it over, have you had that chance to take a step back and look
Well,
at
man,
it?
I do, but Dan, you know me well enough. I don't spend a whole lot of time looking in the rearview mirror. You know, we made a decision. Again, the type of character that Josh has showed us previously, I felt no reason not to support him. It's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation. Again, we regret the fact that we released that article. It has much to do with me as anybody else. But, you know, moving forward, we'll be a little bit more patient. I just felt like the last thing we needed was Josh Shaw rolling around in a wheelchair and everybody saying what happened. And we tried to get in front of it, and it didn't work out for us. But again, it's disappointing, but we will not. We will always continue to support Josh in his efforts. He's a Trojan. He made a mistake, which kids make, but you know, we got to be here for him and help him get better.
Was that your idea, Steve, to release it publicly?
It was everybody involved.
An ESPN anchor last night called USC a clown college. What do you think about that?
I didn't watch ESPN yesterday, probably for all the right reasons, just for that one alone. So, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, do you feel like the reputation of the university or the program is taking a hit because of this?
I really don't know. I don't have time to look at social media and watch TV on a Wednesday game week. You know, obviously this university is a prestigious one, a very proud one, and deservedly so, rightfully so. And we do everything every day that we come out on this practice field or in our community or in the classroom to represent the university with the highest of character and integrity, and we'll continue to do that.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Coach.